Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, comes out December of this year. And it's the completion of this current trilogy of Star Wars movies. And maybe the last time we see Kylo Ren and Rey in a Star Wars movie. But I don't know. If they're going to continue making more Star Wars movies, I don't see why they wouldn't have either of them come back. But because it's the third in a trilogy to introduce these two characters, and they're kind of like the main hero and main villain. Well, Kylo's sort of I think they're making Kylo into an anti-hero, whatever. I was wondering, what this story is going to do with their characters. I think it'd be cool, since the name of the movie is The Rise of Skywalker, if one or both of them turns out to be Skywalker. Kylo technically is a Skywalker, but he's gone evil. If he embraced the Skywalker name and came back to the light side, although they could have him go out like a villain like Darth Vader in the original one, where Darth Vader, he's the main villain for a while, and then he has a change of heart, and at the last minute, turns on the Emperor and goes good at the last second, and, dies after that. I could see them doing that with Kylo. Like, maybe he's in a situation where he has to, kill Leia, and Leia's his mother, so he can't do it, and then that forces him to go to the light. I can't do this bad. I can't kill my mother, although he had no problem killing his father. But, if he could actually embrace and take the Skywalker name, because I think Kylo has anger, feelings of inadequacy. He definitely has a dark side, but I think there's a lot of stuff going on with him, and he feels that people failed him, or, the pressure of being there's a lot of stuff going on with him. But, he's conflicted. They've shown that he's conflicted between light and dark. So I'm wondering if they have him go to the light and actually emerge in some final heroic fight or sacrifice. He says, I'm a Skywalker, instead of he ditches the Kylo Ren name and, says, I'm Ben Skywalker. Isn't his real name Ben? Or whatever that is. I'm not Ben Solo, I'm Ben Skywalker. Because he's also a Skywalker. He's a Skywalker and a Solo. That would be a cool conclusion or evolution of his character. It'll be a conclusion if he dies in this movie, we never see him again. Or it'll be a cool evolution if they decide to have Kylo Ren come back for more Star Wars movies. Like the Weiss and Benioff trilogy. Or, beyond that. As for Rey, I know it seems obvious to a lot of people that she'll be a Skywalker, but I'm wondering, in her case, what if they make her a Kenobi, right? I think that'd be cool. Because, the Kenobis, other than the Skywalkers, I think of the families that we've known in the movies, the other big one who could, potentially, be a big legacy to the, history of Force users would be the Kenobis. So I think if they made Rey a Kenobi, they could use that to launch her into another, series of movies or trilogies as that character. She can continue that family's legacy. Because as it is now, they could make her Skywalker, but I think making, Rey a Skywalker would be so obvious. I think it'd be cool if J.J. Abrams threw us for a loop and said, nope, she's not a Skywalker, she's somebody else. And who else would be better for her to be than a Kenobi? I think that'd be awesome. That way they could keep both those characters, Rey and Kylo, as major, parts of the legacies of two huge families, or two huge, lineages of characters in Star Wars history. And at the same time, pivot them into newer movies to be the next generation of these awesome lines. He can be the next generation of Skywalkers, she can be the next generation of Kenobis, and they can just go on and do their thing. Right? Because this is the Rise of Skywalker, right? Somebody has to be the Skywalker to rise, right? If all the other ones are going to be dead. Unless they make it so I guess that would have to be Kylo or Rey or both, right? Unless they make it so that Skywalker some kind of general name, where anybody who becomes an awesome Force user for the side of good takes the name Skywalker. Because, why did Luke Skywalker call himself Skywalker? I don't know, isn't your name given to you or chosen? It's not something that's inherited. I don't know. I've just watched the movies. I haven't read all the Star Wars books and comic books and played all the games. There's a lot of Star Wars lore I don't know. I am a fan of Star Wars, but I'm just a fan who's seen mostly the movies. So, I'm sure there are people out there who know every single thing, ins and outs of Star Wars lore and history and canon. I haven't seen Clone Wars or anything either. I know what's wrong with me. Just the movies, and I played some of the games and read some of the books. But, there's a whole world of Star Wars novelizations and comics and games and shows I have not yet seen. But I do like this franchise. So, that's my theory, my hope or wish for Episode 9. I think it'd be cool if Kylo, embraces and becomes a Skywalker, in spirit, even though biologically he's a Skywalker. And I think it'd be awesome if they made Rey a Kenobi. But, you know, it's not like anybody listens to me, so it'll probably be something completely different. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.